Hey all. For John Lennon's 80th birthday, why don't I do a John tune? Well, Beatles. Sort of a Beatles tune, but I think of it as a John Lennon tune. If you listen to the bootleg outtakes and demos and stuff, well, there are more demos than outtakes. When he was going through the process of writing it, it went through a bunch of different iterations. But you can hear them all on YouTube. It kind of changed around, some of the chords changed and stuff, and I think even the Beatles, when they, the three remaining Beatles anyway, when they finished it off in '94 or whatever that was, changed a couple of the chords and stuff from the way John had it, but pretty consistent anyway. But the one thing is, if, to play along with the Beatles, the final recording of it, the anthology one, I got to capo it too and play with D shapes. So I'm going to call these, I'm going to call that D even though it's an E. So it's key of E but D shapes, right? So it starts with this little sort of, I don't know, medieval sounding thing. Some instructive things going on in this song in terms of how John would write and how he would play. And one of them is, he does this, it's a D minor. You'd be tempted to just play it as a straight D minor. But when they add the piano part, because John did acoustic versions of the demo and he also did piano versions. And I hear it as, it's a D minor, but also the D at the 3rd fret to an A. And the way it's strummed is this is also another very typical John strumming pattern, which is like Day in the Life. Like that kind of strum. He did a lot of that. And this is one of them. So you go with this D minor thing, so a regular D minor, but you got to have your D at the 3rd fret there. This is that piano intro. And the vocal start. So D to F sharp minor. You want to do it like that. To B minor. And here's that's a very John Lennon chord. D to F sharp minor to B minor. And then someone will tell us what that is. I don't know what it is. But it's E string, high E at 1, G and B at 2, and D at 3. G. So G, whatever we're doing, walk down to E minor 7. And most of the time, John loved E minor 7. Let's just put it that way. He rarely would play just a plain E minor. He played as an E minor with the B at the 3rd fret for a 7. Another whole verse. D, F sharp minor. You're going to go to B minor. Then that little Beatle chord. G, walk down to E minor 7, to A, to D. There's the turnaround G. So it's D. This is kind of the bridge into the chorus. It's D to G minor. Back to the intro. Back to the beginning. D, F sharp minor to B minor. The Beatle chord. G, walk down to E minor 7, A to D, G. This is the turnaround. Chorus. This is D to G minor. D. This is the chorus. It's real. D to B minor to G to A. Now here's the guitar solo, which in my mind is the best part of it. You can tell that's the kind of the part George contributed. He does do a plain E minor, or at least they do. I think they added this little part. E, B, a regular full B major. E minor. That's that do 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 do. You know, that little lick that George does. So the guitar solo is E, E minor, sorry, B, E minor to A, suspend the B in 1 up fret, then back down to a regular A, then you're in, and then you just play it out on the chorus. From the earlier acoustic demos that John did, like he would do, you know, he had some different chords, and on the he had some E minor 7s in there, where instead they changed them to Gs for the final product. Those are the chords. Great kind of fly on the wall instruction. If you listen to all the different, go on YouTube, just look up Real Love demos or acoustic or whatever, piano, and you can hear all the different iterations that John was going through before he, well, I think he kind of sort of gave up on it. I don't think he ever revisited it while he was alive, but it did change quite a bit with the different arrangements. But I think the piano part that they used on the final recording, that piano and vocal on the final one, was one of John's demos. And they just overdubbed and did all kinds of, they're trying to salvage the vocal, because the vocal quality, it was just like cassette tape, you know. So they're trying to salvage it, so they put all these effects on it and sped it up and everything. But you get a nice little intimate visit with John listening to those. Good luck and happy birthday, John.